Okay, I'm not taking a salary on this boxing event. My earnings are going to pay all the other fighters and for charity. Okay, so my money's going to charity, so I'm like, it's a good cause. That we have two main goals: raise as much money as humanly possible for charity, because we want to show the boxing community as a whole that we're not trying to step on anyone, we're not trying to make a bag, we're just trying to have fun and give back. So if you like mystery loot boxes, I mean, this event is for you, and it's hella cheap.
Oh my God! Wow!
They're back at it again. They just can't seem to help themselves. How many times are they going to contradict themselves or condemn something and then do the exact same thing themselves? We got more drama relating to Creator Clash, and also an operator reveals ridiculous reason why him and Idubbbz have stopped keeping in contact. It's been over 5 years since they have contacted each other. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Ruining another relationship for his wife. I wonder what he's done this time. Get your popcorn ready, let's take a look.
So like he went to a range day with me one time. Like we used to talk a lot about content creation and stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
And, well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak. and like,
see, that's the reaction that you're supposed to have. Genius.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing like just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing like boxers underneath. And I'd reach down and be like, this is my OnlyFans. And this is an A5 Wagyu from down the street. And I would talk about it. And I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and like said I was making fun of Anisa, and like I wasn't. I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting at home during COVID. And
you'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah, it was. He
like
said
that.
stuff like that, and yeah. Just like haven't talked to him since. That was like 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah, and I've like texted him and tried to reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
Does anyone think he's projecting over his wife being on OnlyFans, maybe? Like, who actually gets that offended over a joke about that? I bet Anisa threatened to peg him if he didn't defend her honour or something. It got posted up to Twitter last night, and naturally Idubbbz jumped on it. Conveniently leaving out that your girlfriend at the time was pursuing OnlyFans, but you were too pussy to deal with the criticism, so you made a parody account. No, I do not want to be friends with a coward. Like, that doesn't even make sense if his girlfriend is on OnlyFans and he made a joke about it, and he clearly doesn't seem that bothered about it. It seems like you're the only one that's bothered about it. Like, I think deep down Idubbbz hates his wife being on OnlyFans, but he's too much of a wimp to say anything to her, and she wears the trousers in every sense in that relationship. Speaking of Anisa, she quickly joined in, as she naturally does. He also took us to a gun show where a child accidentally fired a gun that was loaded onto a sales table into the crowd, and everyone nonchalantly said ND. I guess that means no drama, like it wasn't a big deal. You know when you just read something and you go, that just sounds fake, like it doesn't make any sense, like it just doesn't sound right. This quickly got dismissed by Brandon. I was going to set the record straight, but turns out she preemptively blocked me. What she's calling a gun show is a live firing range. Conveniently left that out for no particular reason, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm completely sure she did that for no reason, then blocked you so you wouldn't get your response in. Nothing like the good old tactic of blocking someone before they can chime in and actually dismiss what you're saying. The comments to this are naturally hilarious. I wonder if there ever will come a time when Idubbbz has the moment of realisation how fucked his life is. But he is the cuck, so maybe he likes watching his life get railed as much as his wife. Yeah, I think he's too far gone. I think he's in his own little world most of the time, and he's just happy with where he is. But yeah, it's sad to see how far he's fallen, but also very funny at the same time. This doesn't even make sense, Ian. It's not too late to just delete this. This isn't the first time he just posts something and everyone's like, what are you talking about? He just keeps doing it, and he thinks he's like roasting and cooking, but he's just getting demolished every time. Anisa said I should be robbed for wearing a Rolex. That's nearly a 4K bag. Who's that for? According to Anisa and her husband, you deserve to be mocked if you're wearing anything that's considered a status symbol. Louis Vuitton is considered just that, and has been for many decades. Taking and posting for casual pics looks like a statement to me. She claims she doesn't even want a ring that's over 1K, was afraid of being robbed.
If you own a Rolex, you deserve to be mocked.
I thought it was risky to buy you a ring that was more than $1,000.
Literally have no words anymore. They're out of their mind, both of them. They're both just gone. They're unhinged. A guy called Wade was in the charity Creator Clash, and he has recently spoken out about his experience and also broken down the numbers of how much they could potentially have made without disclosing it.
Well, it's a charity event. Stop telling people that, because it's not what it is. That was the whole issue with the lack of communication behind number 1 and 2. That it's a charity event, charity event, charity event. It's not a charity event. It's a boxing event that you are perpendicularly associating with a separate charity that has nothing to do with people buying the boxing event. I was a part of the event and didn't know any of this. I didn't know where money is going, outside of the fact that I was offered and said, no, I'm all good on that. I want to be there to support, and because they gave me an opportunity, which I'll always be grateful for. But this side of stuff is very weak. 1.3 is what went to charity, because it said it was raised for charity, right? If 1.3 million was raised for charity, if that's the number we're saying went to charity, and fighters got 20%, and then Ian and Anisa got 34%, that would mean that the 1.3 million is 46% of something. So almost half. Again, if I'm reading this right, because I think we all know now that all of the profits didn't go to charity, because there's baked in percentages, right? Am I meant to believe that they actually made $2.8 million on the event? This is what they said went to charity. So this is after the cost of the venue and production and all that. So if it made $2.8 million, which again, I could be wrong about, but we're a little bit in gray area here. If it made $2.8 million, we do 2.8 mil times 20% for fighters. So fighters got to split between themselves, or in some way, I don't know if it was even, but to split 560,000, right? How many fighters were on the card? Do we have 10 fights? So that's 20 fighters. This could be complete Steiner math. I'm not going to lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights. So 18 fighters. So each fighter around $30,000. I don't know if that's to cover camps as well. Who knows? Then you have that 34%. I don't know that this is what actually happened, but if that's the case, that's the number it would work out to. 34% being the number that Ian and Anisa took of profits. That would give you still the 1.3 or around that to send to charity. But that would also mean they made $1 million on this event. That would be fucking crazy that you almost made as much as you gave to.
Jesus Christ, he could have made nearly $1 million from that? Yeah, I know it's not completely accurate, but it's a pretty good breakdown. It could be completely different, but regardless, even if you get the lower amount, there's still a fair chunk of money there. This whole Creator Clash thing feels like more of a pyramid scheme the longer the more stuff comes out about this. With Anisa and Idubbbz at the top of that pyramid just benefiting from everyone else. Wade had the right mindset there. He wasn't doing it for money and thought it was strange that he got offered money for it. He said, you know, it's a charity event. You're not expected to make money from it. So he would find that weird, and I think others would find that weird if that's the first thing you talk about. I still find it strange and very disingenuous that the whole finances of the Creator Clashes were completely confidential and not public to the people that were supporting the charity and the event. Like normally with a charity event, you'd have a chart of where your money is being distributed to and what it's been doing and what it's being used for. But with this, there was nothing. Instead, there was behind the scenes parties. And if that math is correct, he said he made 1.3 million for the first Creator Clash, but he nearly pocketed $1 million potentially for himself. Like, it just doesn't, the math isn't great, is it really? How much he got for that? You know, I'm all on board with people making salaries out of an event they're spending time to create, but the salary that he potentially got is completely disproportionate to the amount. It just makes it worse that he was playing the white knight, saying he's not going to take a salary. Anisa saying we're not financially, tied to this event. It's not about money. We're just doing it for the charity. It just makes it worse. If they just come out from the start and said, yes, we're doing it for charity, but we're going to take a purse for it, we're going to take a profit for it, then it wouldn't be a big problem. But it's the fact they're just going, oh yeah, we're not making any money, it's purely for charity, we wouldn't do that, and then gaslighting everyone that questions anything. It's just a lack of transparency for me. It just makes it feel like it's a scam if you're hiding behind things and not being completely honest of where everything goes. It's not a hard thing to do to show the fans of what their money's going to and how much you're going to take. I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't mind if you were just honest from the start. Anyway, that's all for now. Let me know what you guys think. I think that something else is going to potentially come out soon and it's going to keep blowing up. But anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.